rights are like rules.
Hold on. First off, what are you talking about?
The Amanda rights.
No. Start from the beginning.
Right. Do human rights exist?
Alright, so right now, this is the subject. What?
Do human rights exist?
Do human rights exist, right? That's the question. What is the answer?
Yes.
Alright, why do you feel human rights exist?
Because if human rights did not exist, it'd be so like if slavery was still going on but in a different form, like 40 years ago.
40 years ago, you mean 400?
Yeah, 400 years ago. But human rights are built to stop slavery and to free slaves.
All right. Now, slavery exists now and today, though. You know that?
Yes.
In different forms, though. You know that?
Yeah.
So how does these human rights still help now and today?
These human rights still help now and today because they're like rules, but except they don't have to be followed as much.
Why don't they have to be followed as much?
Because human rights are something humans can do or can't do. If they don't want to do it, they don't have to do it. People cannot force them to do what they do not want to do.
Good job.
All right. So now, what was you talking about before?
The Amanda rights.
The Amanda rights. All right. What is that?
The Amanda rights are when people do not know their rights, and the Supreme Court has to tell them their rights before they can judge them or tell them their sentence or tell them where to go.
All right. So, can any court, or it got to be this? It has to be the Supreme Court.
It has to be the Supreme Court because the Supreme Court only knows their rights, and any other court just tells them their sentence and what they have to do.
So what about the police? What was you saying about the police?
The police can't judge. The police can't yell at them. Like, you know how they have a table and the person has to sit on the other side of the table chained up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They can't do that unless the person who's being held accounted knows their rights.
They have to know their rights themselves, right?
Yep. They can be like one right is
You have to step my
they can stay silent. One right is they can stay silent until a lawyer comes and they can talk to the lawyer, which the lawyer talks to the police.
So mommy said we're about to go somewhere.
So what if you wanted to represent yourself? What if you didn't want a lawyer?
If I didn't want a lawyer, I would tell the police what I did, how I'll fix it, and if I know my rights or not. If I don't know my rights, I would go to the Supreme Court and tell them I don't know my rights until they tell me my rights. And then when they tell me my rights, I go back to the table with the chains, and they sentence me to a couple of years or so.
Not if you know your rights.
If I know my rights, then they just sentence me to like.
Well, why would they sentence you anyway if you know your rights?
Because you still had did something bad, and you know you did something bad, so you're confessing it to the police and the Supreme Court.
All right, now listen. How do you know if it's bad or not? That's the whole purpose of your human rights. You have a right to do something. So what if your right is to drive? You have a right to drive on the street. And a police officer comes and stops you and arrests you the same way you said, and says that you're not supposed to be driving on the street.
Then that would be slavery because they're taking me off the street and not taking other people.
So they're going against your right.
Yes.
So can they sentence you?
No. Not if I told the Supreme Court what I did and what they did. If I told the Supreme Court what they did, they would sentence them for.
Oh, so they put the policemen in jail.
Yes. They put the policemen in jail because they don't know what they have to do, and they forgot what they learned in college about policemen.
Well, so they forgot what they learned in their police academy.
Yes.
So they're doing what They're extending what?
They're extending their power.
Oh.
And it's like abusive of power.
Abusive power. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Go ahead.
Abusive power is when police do whatever they want just for fun, and if someone has did something that is not bad, and police can't arrest them because it's not bad. It's not bad like robbing a bank or doing other stuff bad.
All right.
Now,
we're going to stop right here. And we're going to get part 2 going in just a moment. Right now, you trained to go, brother. You was trained to go. I like that.